Hi guys, this is Linda, and today I am testing out the Amazon 160 professional watercolors. I bought this, actually I got this for Christmas, and I had showed it in a previous video. So we're going to take a closer look at this today, and we're going to be testing out the paints, see how they flow on the paper, see what the colors look like, and just a deeper look at this 160 set. And so we're going to get started. So it comes in this cute little case, and it's got a magnetized little closure to it, and even has a nice little handle, so if you wanted to leave it in this box and you can take it with you on the go. Also, I wanted to pull out the paper and have a look at the paper, and also the little mixing tray that came with it. So now the box is empty, so I'm just going to put it to the side. I did want to mention that here on the back it has all the colors, and it does have colors with their names, and it does not tell me anything about light fastness on this. This set cost me around $44. I believe it's back in stock, and I'm not 100% sure. I'll link it below, but I think it has gone up since then. So it has this cute little graphic here on the inside. It says watercolor paint. So let me get started here. I did swatch out all the colors ahead of time, and then we're going to be playing around with some colors here on the paper to see how they lay out. So here's a closer look. I'm going to turn it this way. This is the way I was using it. So up in here, like this section here down to here, all these three rows are metallics, and then you have your earth tones and a few your brighter colors. Then it goes into some neons, and then over here is even some more lighter tones. Like this is really light. You can't even see these hardly on the paper at all, and I will show you that. And then as you come down into here, these get more vibrant, more brighter, and really a lot more pigmented. The watercolor brush is here. I haven't used it yet. I need to fill it with water to give it a try, and then the watercolor brush, it's not telling me even a size, but I will use it with the paint today. Okay, and then also here's a little tray for mixing. You do get a lot of area here. That's kind of cool, and I believe this is ribbed here so you can clean off your brush. And then the watercolor paper, it is 140-pound paper. So we're going to take a look at it here and see how it is. Okay, so it is nice paper. It's a little kind of, it's not that thick. It's not what you call professional grade, but it's not bad to practice on, and you can even do some artwork on this. I put down Canson here, and I'm going to see what they look like and how they interact with my paper, because this is Canson 140-pound, and so is this. So we're going to see how they compare. And then also, I wanted to show you the swatching. So if you're looking at the paints, I started here because it did come with a swatch paper. Now, as I got going, and I started at the bottom, and when I started to swatch from the bottom and I was going across the rows, which here I started and you had to come down, that's just the way they are. As I came down and I did the first row, went on to the second, kind of overlaps with one, then I got clear down to this color here, and you can see it says deep red brown. And I got to look, and I thought, well, that is not deep red brown. And so I believe it started to go wonky when it said Prussian blue. and deep red brown. So here's where those colors started. So I kind of stopped because the next one was deep blue, up here light green, and there's no green here at all. So this is not going with what the palette, how they have them in order, okay? So because it starts with white, lemon yellow, light yellow, brilliant yellow, and I know those are all the ones on the bottom, and then it would go back and go again. So I had to stop, and then I went back, and I was loving the colors that I got. They're really, really nice, you know. So I went back and I did my own. And so when I started on my own, I went and started at the top. And then I did these two, and then these two here. Okay, and then I started here on my paper, did those two, the two below I did here, and then I started going straight across and did each one until I got to the end of the row. Then I started with the next one below. So like I said, these three here are actually four. You can't hardly even see those on the paper. And so I did each row that way, and of course these colors up here are more lighter until you get started down to around these two rows, and then all of these here, and then there's the different really colors that are really vibrant. And that's like the last three rows are here, and that's what you see here. So this is like the whole thing. I don't know if you can see all that in the view thing. When I tape, guys, I cannot see what I'm showing, so I am taping on a regular Canon camera, and I just can't see what I'm taping. So if it's out of frame, that's why I keep moving it, so you guys can see. If I'm out of frame, then you guys can see what the colors or what I'm doing are. So let's get started with some of this paint, because I'm anxious to see what the colors are. So I really should have filled this little, let me fill this guy up. So I'm going to open him up because I really want to test him out here with you guys. So I am going to fill him up right now. Okay. And very rarely do I stop the camera and do another start camera. All what you see is all me, because I very rarely will go and edit the film unless there's something really wrong going on. Okay, so I filled it up, and we're going to try this little pen out, the brush pen. So I think I am going to go into, let's try some of these light blues. So first of all, let's just, I'm going to squeeze out some water, and I'm dropping some water, and it's squeezing fairly easy to drop out some water. Just want to get these activated a little bit. Okay, now I'm just going to clean off my brush a little. I'm going to put my water up here. Being left-handed, it is quite awkward sometimes. You know, it probably looks even awkward on camera. But I can't help being left-handed. Alright, so I'm going to pull down the paper that came with the kit. First I'm going to dry brush. I'll do a little dry brushing without anything underneath. We're just going to see how it takes to this paper. Okay. Alright. Clean that out. And we're going to take a deeper color. Alright. That's really, really light. Huh. Okay. This is another color I picked up. Alright, now what I want to do is I'm going to wet my area. I picked up these three colors here. So I want to see how they're going to take blending in with each other. Let's take this lighter one here. Alright, and I need to wet that again. And let's pick up the darker. Okay, so it's somewhat bleeding out and mixing. Try it down here. Yes, it is flowing. It is flowing quite nicely, like it should. I just had to put enough water down there, and okay. I think the colors are beautiful. Alright. I'm adding another color to that. Alright. It is blending quite nicely. I actually did a painting. It's on my Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's a Linda Magruder art, and it's the last painting I posted. And I did a painting of those clouds, the sun breaking through, and I used this paint, and I sold it. Someone wanted it, and I had posted it on my own Facebook page, and one of my professors wanted, when I was in school, wanted the painting, and I sold it. I was so happy. So yay. Okay, so let's do, I'm going to put this little brush down. Now this little brush is really good. Not bad. It's doing what it's supposed to. I like it. So I'm going to put the cap on it, and I'm going to pick up the little brush that came with the set. Okay, and I'm going just to put this to the side so I can have more room. And I thought I would do a little painting with this little brush to see. I don't have anything down. It is a blank watercolor paper. It's nothing on it. So what I want to do, I would like to just do some really nice floral. Okay, I think I'm going to wet my paper first. Okay. I'm just testing out this brush that came with the set, and we're going to see how it does. Okay. I love that color there. I believe, well, the color swatch said that that color is, let me set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is a carmine, is what they're telling me. And it is red, so I just wanted to see how this little guy did. Paintbrush isn't bad. It's actually feels pretty nice to hold. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna pick up from my other color swatches. I know they're in order, at least until they get to the bottom. I'm going to pick up some yellow. I think I'm going to go with a little of this brilliant yellow. And I just kind of want to add it to see how it's going to mix along. Forgot my paper towel, folks. Oh, there it is. I laid it aside. Alright, let's see. So, I was just wondering how many of you like to watercolor. And if you've been watercoloring a while, how long have you been watercoloring? Like I said before in another video, I started out, I was an acrylic painter, but I love to watercolor paint. I think it's really, really pretty on paper, and I believe that it's just a beautiful medium to work in. Okay, so now I want to go back in and lift some of this off. Okay. Let's go over here on this side. Alright. I love painting florals. I think they give so much inspiration, and there's so many to pick from. And they're so beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to go back in here. And rose color. This is mixing quite well. It really is. And it is laying really nicely in here. Alright. Okay, now I want to grab, I got to give this beautiful little flower a stem. So I'm just coming in, I'm picking up some greens. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Alright, I'm going to come back in to my reds. I'm going to pick up some magenta. And I'm just going to let it do what it wants on the paper. I'm just dabbing it where I know my water is still wet enough for it to kind of bolt out and do its thing. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to put some kind of color in the background, and I don't want to leave this all white. So I think I'm just going to add some color with some blues, and I'm still going to be using this little tiny brush. I just want to see how it does for this whole picture. And I'm going to grab And I'm just lightly adding some color to my background. I'm not sure how much of that's picking up. Just because I wet my background and I don't want it to dry, so I'm going to have to re-wet. It's beautiful. I think it's turning out really pretty. Okay. Yep, pull that out of there. I'm going to do that. Okay, now let's go. And I want to add some purples to that. Looking really nice. I love the watercolor. I really do. I love how, I wish I did, what I wished was that I would have picked this up when I was in art school and did some, at least a semester or so, but I did not. I picked up oil and I did acrylic, but I did not do the watercolor. But I'm loving, I love the watercolor. The cleanup's easy. It's enough where you can take it with you just about everywhere. But the thing I don't like about outside, it dries so super fast in the summer. So super fast. So, okay. Alright, let me see here. This is a bad little brush. It really isn't. I mean, it's doing the job. I just wished it maybe would have had another size brush that came with the kit. But you know, you can always take your own and add your own. Alright, so I'm going to lift some of that up. So if you're new to watercoloring, and you know you have your color down and you want some of it to come off, you could just lift it right off with either a cotton ball or a I'm just using a paper towel. Sometimes you got to watch with the using paper towels. It will kind of leave the imprint of the design of the towel. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is let this dry, and I really want to put a some ink in here. I haven't decided yet, but I really like it. I think it needs a leaf, so let's do a we'll do a leaf in there too. All right. I'm just adding a little yellow to the green. And then on the underside, I'm just going to kind of make that a little darker. Okay. Alright, so that is drying. Okay guys, so if I could rate this little kit 1 to 10, I'd give it a 10. I like the paint. Oh, I did want to say, it does come with other brushes, but they are so tiny, and they're kind of rather stiff. And then, of course, you get 2 pencils, and they're Root Ferner, and they're a 3B. I did not try those. Oh, and I could. Let me see. They're not sharpened, and I really don't want to use the electric sharpener because it's just too loud. Let me find my other pencil sharpener. I have a Prisma pencil sharpener here, and we'll just see how this does. Okay, let me get it open here. Let me empty it out first because it is full. Alright, so I have this Prismacolor pencil sharpener, and it does have 2 sides in it. So let's see how this sharpens. It does a fairly good job of sharpening. I like the sharpener, but it did not come with a sharpener. I'm surprised. Okay, it's going. Alright, so it's sharpened. So let's take, let's see here. I'm going to go back to the paper that came. Alright, so let's see how this works. Okay, yes. Oh, the pencil's quite nice. Alright. I think it's doing a really nice job. It's not scratchy. And it's really nice, actually. You know, for being it's only a 3B, but it is starting to get a little darker, and 3B is starting to get on the softer side of the pencils. So, oh, I really like it. Okay, so I just sketched out a little flower. Okay, and of course add some leaves, huh? Okay. Oh, very nice. So, and I didn't use this, so let me just quickly add some color to the wells and see how it holds the paint. I like to paint on porcelain or yeah, mainly a porcelain well. I have plastic wells, but I like the porcelain ones better. Alright, so there's that. Let's add yeah, it just kind of wants to come up into a ball instead of laying there, but that's okay. I mean, you can work with that. Alright. Okay, so there is my design. I did tape the paper down, and it's still wet. I'm going to leave it there before I even peel up my paper. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative for you for the watercolor box set that it's on Amazon. I will link it below. It was out of stock for a while, and I believe it's back in stock, and if I can find the link, find the right box, I will link it below for you guys. So yeah, I think it's a nice little set to practice with and to do your artwork on. Like I said, I didn't do any of like putting the black line through, but I was happy to sew one, and I did the picture. So if you want to go to Instagram, you can find it on my Instagram account. It's called Breaking Through, and if I can remember, I will try to put a picture right now up on the screen of the picture that I did, that I have sold. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you for tuning in. I hope this was informative for you enough to where you could decide for yourself. This wasn't sponsored or anything. I bought this, well, actually I got it for Christmas. So but thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye bye, guys.